You have been lied to about your energy. You have been told that as you age, you must conserve your essence, that holding back is the key to vitality, and that releasing often will drain your testosterone and leave you weak. You might even be practicing this right now, thinking you are protecting your manhood. But I am here to tell you that this specific habit is not preserving your youth. It is turning your prostate into a toxic waste dump. You are not saving yourself. You are likely increasing your risk of the most common cancer in men by over 30%. My name is Dr. Emily Carter. I am a board-certified urologist with 25 years of experience treating men over the age of 60. I specialize in the hard truths that general practitioners are often too polite to tell you. Today, we are going to talk about the stagnation hypothesis, the specific number 21, and why your prostate needs to be flushed, not coddled. Let me tell you about a patient of mine named Arthur. Arthur came to see me 3 years ago. He was 68 years old, a retired engineer, very disciplined. He looked fit for his age. He ate clean, he walked every day, and he took his multivitamins. But Arthur was terrified. His PSA levels, that is, the prostate-specific antigen, were creeping up year after year. He was waking up 4 times a night to urinate. His stream was weak. He felt a constant, dull pressure in his pelvic floor. When I asked Arthur about his habits, he told me something with a sense of pride. He said, "Dr. Carter, I have been practicing retention. I rarely release because I read online that it keeps my testosterone high. I haven't ejaculated in 6 months." He thought he was being healthy. He thought he was being a stoic, disciplined man. In reality, Arthur had turned his prostate gland into a stagnant pool. He was creating the perfect environment for inflammation, calcification, and cellular mutation. Arthur was doing everything right on the outside, but on the inside, he was failing the one biological mandate of the prostate gland: circulation. Today, I am going to dismantle 3 dangerous myths you believe about your reproductive system. I will explain exactly why the use it or lose it adage is not just a saying, but a biological imperative for cancer prevention. Then, I will give you the specific protocol, the exact frequency, the nutritional fuel, and the hydration strategy that reversed Arthur's symptoms and could save your life. Let us begin with the enemies. The first enemy is the myth of conservation. There is a pervasive idea in certain wellness circles that semen is a finite resource and that every time you release, you are losing vital nutrients and lowering your testosterone. This is physiologically incorrect. Your body is a production factory, not a storage tank. The fluid in your prostate is rich in citrate, zinc, and enzymes. When this fluid sits in the gland for weeks or months without evacuation, these substances begin to crystallize. Think of your prostate like a river. A flowing river is clean, oxygenated, and full of life. Now, imagine you build a dam and stop that water completely. What happens? Algae grows. Bacteria breeds. The water becomes toxic sludge. This is the stagnant pool hypothesis. When you do not evacuate the gland, potent carcinogens, substances that cause cancer, accumulate in the fluid. These carcinogens come from your diet, from the environment, and from normal cellular waste. By practicing extreme retention after the age of 60, you are essentially allowing these toxins to bathe your prostate cells 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are marinating your own organ in poison. The second enemy is the fear of low testosterone. Men tell me they feel tired after release, so they assume their levels have dropped. The science shows that while there is a very temporary fluctuation immediately following the event, regular activity actually signals the body to maintain production. It is a feedback loop. If the factory stops receiving orders, it shuts down the machinery. Long-term abstinence can actually lead to testicular atrophy and a decrease in libido because the neurochemical pathways are not being exercised. You are not preserving your testosterone. You are telling your body that it is no longer needed. The third enemy is calcification, caused by dehydration. This is something most men ignore. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes. We drink less water. When you are dehydrated, the prostatic fluid becomes thick and viscous. It becomes like glue. It clogs the tiny ducts within the gland. This leads to prostatic calculi, tiny stones inside the prostate. These stones cause chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the precursor to cancer. If you are dehydrated and you are not releasing, you are creating a cement-like blockage that makes urination difficult and infection inevitable. Now, let us talk about the heroes. The solution lies in the data. A landmark study from Harvard Medical School, which followed nearly 32,000 men for 18 years, found a clear, undeniable link. Men who ejaculated at least 21 times a month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who reported 4 to 7 ejaculations per month. Let me repeat that number because it is critical. 21 times a month. That is the target. This is not about libido. This is about mechanical flushing. The mechanism is simple. Frequent evacuation clears out the intraluminal carcinogens. It prevents the crystallization of fluids. It reduces the concentration of substances that trigger cell mutation. However, frequency alone is not enough. You need the raw materials to rebuild that fluid quickly, so you do not feel depleted. This brings us to the nutritional heroes, zinc and selenium. The prostate gland contains the highest concentration of zinc of any soft tissue in the body. Zinc is required to prevent DNA damage in the prostate cells. If you increase your frequency to 21 times a month but you are zinc deficient, you will feel exhausted. You must fuel the factory. So, here is the protocol. This is the exact prescription I gave to Arthur, and it is what I am prescribing to you today. Step 1 is the frequency protocol. Your goal is 21 evacuations per month. I know what you are thinking. You are 60, 65, or 70. You might not have a partner. You might suffer from erectile dysfunction. Listen to me closely. This is a medical protocol, not a romantic one. The prostate does not care if you are with a partner or alone. It does not even care if the erection is 100% firm. It cares about the muscular contraction and the expulsion of fluid. You must find a way to achieve this release. If you are currently at 0, do not try to hit 21 in the first week. Aim for every other day. Schedule it like you would a gym session or a doctor's appointment. It is maintenance for your biology. Step 2 is the refuel protocol. You must replenish what you lose. Every morning, I want you to take 30 milligrams of zinc picolinate or zinc glycinate. Do not use zinc oxide. It is poorly absorbed. Alongside this, you need 200 micrograms of selenium. The best natural source is Brazil nuts. 2 Brazil nuts a day will give you all the selenium you need. Do not eat a handful. 2 is the medicinal dose. Too much selenium can be toxic. Just 2 nuts. Step 3 is the viscosity protocol. You need to thin the fluid. You must drink 3 liters of water every single day. To make this water actually penetrate the cells and not just run through you, add a pinch of Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt to your morning glass. This provides the electrolytes needed for cellular hydration. Now, let us discuss synergy and sabotage. What makes this work better? And what destroys it? The greatest synergy comes from movement. A sedentary lifestyle is the enemy of the pelvic floor. If you sit for 6 hours a day, you are compressing the prostate and reducing blood flow. You must walk for 30 minutes daily. Furthermore, I want you to perform Kegel exercises, but not the way you think. Most men squeeze, but they forget to relax. The reverse Kegel, consciously relaxing the pelvic floor as if you are trying to urinate, is just as important. It opens up blood flow. The greatest saboteur is alcohol. Alcohol is a double-edged sword. It might relax you mentally, but it inflames the prostate chemically. It acts as a diuretic, dehydrating you and thickening that fluid we are trying to thin out. It also increases the conversion of testosterone into estrogen, which is the opposite of what we want. If you are serious about this protocol, you must limit alcohol to 2 drinks per week maximum, or eliminate it entirely for the first 30 days. What is the timeline? What can you expect? In week 1, you might feel resistance. You might feel tired because your body is not used to the demand. This is normal. Keep taking the zinc and selenium. By week 3, the magic happens. The brain fog that men often associate with release will disappear because you are nutritionally supported. You will notice your urine stream becoming stronger. This is because the inflammation in the gland is subsiding, taking pressure off the urethra. By week 6, many men report a return of morning erections, something they haven't seen in years. This is a sign of improved vascular health and hormonal optimization. Let's go back to Arthur. Arthur followed this protocol religiously. He struggled at first. He had to change his mindset from saving to circulating. He added the zinc, he ate his 2 Brazil nuts, and he aimed for the frequency target. 6 months later, we ran his labs. His PSA had dropped by 1.4 points, which is significant. But more importantly, his symptoms were gone. No more waking up 4 times a night. No more pelvic pain. He told me, "Dr. Carter, I feel like the machinery is working again. I feel like a man, not a patient." Arthur did not need surgery. He did not need dangerous alpha blocker medications. He needed to respect the biology of his body. So, here is my challenge to you. I want you to try the 21 protocol for 30 days. Track your numbers. Eat your Brazil nuts. Drink your 3 liters of water. Do not let embarrassment or old myths stop you from protecting your life. If you found this information vital, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. We need to break the silence around men's health. My name is Dr. Emily Carter. Thank you for watching, and stay healthy.